Hey guys, Break here, and today I want to talk to you guys about why gold making should be fun, and if you're not enjoying it, then why it makes very little sense to do it. First off, I do want to say congratulations to Stefan Sorensen. Not quite sure how to pronounce your name, but anyway, we did contact you and you have been in contact with the boosters. You did win the Gul'dan mount boost, so congratulations to you, and sorry for anyone else who entered. But hopefully we'll be able to do many more boosts and many more giveaways like that, so do stay tuned for those. Anyway guys, this video, as I say, it was inspired by a lot of people who messaged me saying that they're stressed out about their gold making and they really don't know what to do, and they've tried so many things and they're just getting really bored and burnt out by it, and they're just really stressed, and can I help them? I get loads and loads of comments, loads and loads of emails, messages every day about that. And these actually kind of concern me. They stress me out, these comments, because I think, guys, why are you bothering just stressing yourself out about making gold? Number one, obviously it's a game, and I know that that's a silly argument because you can still get stressed out about a game because you want to achieve something or you want to do something which is fun, but to get there it can be stressful, so I kind of understand that. But what I don't understand is with the gold making, because you guys can just buy a token if you really want the gold for something. Now, I know there is the obvious argument that people say, well, I can't afford a token, which is fine. I know a lot of people don't have much spare income. Maybe you're very young and you just can't work, or maybe you're way too busy doing other things and you just don't have the time, which is fair enough. But I know for a fact, looking at my demographics, that almost all of my viewers are at an age where they can work, well above 90%, and almost all of my viewers will be able to buy a WoW token if they really want the gold. You can spend sort of £19, €20, whatever it is on the EU, and get yourself 350,000 gold. Most people in most EU countries can get that in an hour, or even if working at minimum wage in most EU countries, can definitely get that in 2 hours. What does this mean? Well, unless you can make 170,000 gold an hour, you might as well just buy WoW tokens. Almost no one can make 170,000 gold an hour, so everyone might as well just buy WoW tokens unless you enjoy the gold making. You guys see where I'm going here. If you don't enjoy the gold making that you're doing, then it's literally just the same as if you were doing an IRL job. It makes no difference. You might as well just be doing the job rather than spending that time farming the gold, so you might as well just buy the WoW token. It's much more efficient. Myself, for example, I'm definitely not the best gold maker in the world, but I hope I'm in the top few percent at least in terms of my gold making per hour, at least hopefully, because I am making these videos for you guys. And I can often make around 300,000 an hour, as I've explained in recent videos, and that's what I've been doing for the past month, between 200 and 350,000 an hour. And whilst many of you may consider that to be very good, and I'm quite impressed with it, it's been going rather well for me at the moment, but even so, if I did my IRL job for an hour, I'd be able to probably buy 2 WoW tokens, in fact probably over 2 WoW tokens, so I'd be able to get myself 700,000 gold rather than the 300,000, so it's nowhere near worth me doing my gold making, even though I'm pretty good at it. If I didn't enjoy it, it would still be worth my time to just go out and work for an extra hour every day and get that and use that for gold. And like I say, even if you're working a minimum wage job, you could work for around 2 hours and get yourself a WoW token in most EU countries, and that would mean that unless you can earn yourself 170,000 gold an hour, it wouldn't be worth farming the gold. You might as well just buy the token. So you guys might ask me why I even bother. Why do I bother making gold when I could go out and work and it would be better? Well, it's because I enjoy it. I actually really enjoy making gold. It's my favourite thing to do in the game. It's been my favourite thing to do in the game for quite a long time, and I've just been really enjoying it, especially recently. I've hardly been playing the game at all, apart from with the gold making. My friend recently came back to the game and we've been doing some stuff which has been really fun, but in general I've mostly just been making gold the past few months. This is another reason why I definitely don't farm, and why I actually encourage people not to farm unless they enjoy it. Most people who farm do it because they think it's the best way that they can make gold, and not because they enjoy it, because let's be honest guys, it's pretty boring. I know you can make it fun and you can do some like competitions against each other and, you know, Student Albatross style, and he loves his farming. So it's great for him because he loves it and he can do it with his viewers, and it's really, really good. But if you're not like that, and if you just really aren't that keen on farming, then why bother? Because most people farming, they get like 20k an hour. Maybe they're doing transmog and they get lucky, they get a few lucky drops, but even then it takes months to sell. In terms of a steady farm, 20k an hour, maybe 30k an hour, You know, it's going to take you 10 hours at least to get yourself to a WoW token. In the UK, it's working pretty much at £1 an hour. If you don't like it, if you don't like farming, it's like going to a job for £1 an hour. It's crazy. I can't believe people do it. If they don't enjoy it, it makes 0 sense at all. You might as well just go out. You could literally go out onto the streets and probably beg for money and do better than it would be to farm for gold. When I did my gold cap challenge recently, about the best farm I found to make steady gold, it was about 20k an hour on a high pop server. That means it would take me 17 hours to get myself to a WoW token. So 17 hours to get 17 pounds. Like I say, £1 an hour. You might as well beg on the streets. This has taken a kind of depressing turn, guys, but the kind of point I'm trying to get at is please do not farm gold if you don't enjoy it. It just makes 0 sense. With the WoW token now in the game, if you don't enjoy the gold farming, just buy it yourself. Like I say, I know not everyone can go out and work, but most people can. I know not everyone has lots of spare income, but time is money. For most people, if they don't have spare income, but they have a lot of spare time, there's a lot better things you can do with your time than farm gold. If I had absolutely no disposable income, but I had 17 free hours, then would I spend those 17 hours farming up gold in order to get 350k? Or would I spend those 17 hours doing something else that would be more useful for my life and probably more useful for my gold making, because I could probably end up just buying a token with the money I made in that 17 hours. Obviously there are exceptions, there are some poor people in the world and it sucks, and there are some people who have absolutely no money, but let's be honest guys, you're not one of them. You're really not one of them because you've had enough money to actually buy the game. Almost all of you could pay for WoW before the WoW token came out, so that wasn't an issue. You've all got internet, you're all listening right now. You do have some money, you're not in the poorest percentage in the world. And as I know from my demographics, most of you are at prime working age, if not more. You should have more disposable income than most people, and realistically, you're not desperate for money. So for 95% of people watching this, if you don't enjoy making gold, then don't make it. Just go out and work and buy it. But you want to enjoy making gold, and that's going to be the second part of this video. Now, I've told this story many times before, but the main reason I got into gold making all the way back in Mr. Pandaria was because of the casino I ran, the in-game casino, which is illegal, and I always tell people not to do it because you'll get banned. Probably shouldn't say it's illegal, but I mean it's against the terms of use. Anyway, that was the funnest gold I've ever done. Seriously guys, it was so fun. And I know that's not good, and I know it's gambling basically, and I know it's just not a good thing to do, but I had so much fun making the gold with that, and I just got addicted. I finally realised that gold making didn't have to be boring. You know, back in Cataclysm I used to go and mine in Oldham for hours and hours in Herb, and I used to just try and do it after school and try and earn some money to pay for my subscription. Couldn't even pay for my subscription back then, so I don't know why I was even trying to earn the money, probably to pay for stuff to go raid or whatever, but it was so dull and it was so boring. But ever since my casino, I realised that gold making actually could be fun, and the whole process of making gold could actually be fun, and it didn't have to be so boring. And from then on, I set out trying to do things that would also make me gold, but would also be fun, because I realised there really was no point in making gold if it wasn't fun. And this was back when there wasn't even a WoW token. The only way to get gold without earning it yourself would be to buy it from illegal websites. But I realised from quite early on that if you're not having fun with the gold making, there's really no point in doing it. And nowadays with the WoW token, it just makes even less sense to do it if you're not having fun. So let me give you guys a few examples of more recent times when I've been making gold that's been fun, and when I've been making gold that's not fun, and what I've been doing about it. So for those of you guys who have been watching my channel for a while, you'll remember the daily craft series, which hasn't been done in months and months. But I used to do this daily craft where I just do the crafting on one of my characters. We'd make everything that was profitable and we put it up to sell. Now this was pretty profitable, guys. I used to make a lot of gold on my main server because I did so much crafting, and it was really, really good. But it was so boring. I used to dread making those videos. I could only craft when I made the video because it was just too boring to do it without the video. I kind of liked talking to you guys, and then it turned to the point where I could only craft on stream when I could engage with people because it was so dull. And this is crafting, guys, which requires more brain power and is arguably more fun than farming. But even the crafting, I just got too bored. I couldn't do it. And then I thought to myself, well, what's the point? If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. So I stopped. And you guys haven't seen a daily craft video in a while. And they will be coming back for the new expansion because I always like crafting the new things in the new expansion. And we're going to be doing lots of videos on crafting. I'm big on crafting, as you know. But towards the end of Legion, I just found it so dull and I stopped. Another example, I have always been a big believer of one auction house toon which sells everything, and I always did that for a very long time. And I had over 1,000, I had like 2,000 auctions on the auction house at any one time, and it was a bit crazy. Now that's died down recently, mostly because I haven't been crafting much, but I've still got 1,000 auctions on my main auction house toon on my main server, and it takes a very long time to cancel and repost everything. It took way too much time and it was way too boring. So now I don't even run cancel scans, or maybe I run once a day or once every 2 days, but I basically just don't do it on that main account because it takes way too long and I just didn't enjoy it. And also I realised I actually wasn't making much gold, and it was way more efficient in terms of gold per hour to go across my different servers and sell things that are actually really profitable, and also make another bank toon which sells the really profitable stuff and just make sure that's undercut. It saved me way more time and it's way more fun. But even more recently still, I found that flipping is so fun. Guys, since my casino, I have not found something as fun in gold making in terms of long term than I have with flipping in the past couple of months. It's been so much fun. In my opinion, there's nothing more enjoyable than using your brain to try and work out what's a good deal than actually risking some of your gold. A bit like a casino, I guess. I risked my gold to buy it out, like these risk cards of Ominous Forging. 17 days ago, I bought them out for 125k. It was a risk because it was quite a lot of gold, and I didn't have that much on this server at the time. But I took the risk, and there is nothing more rewarding than after 2 or 3 days seeing them sell for 400k. Make like over triple my gold. Made like, what, 300k profit or whatever it was. Something ridiculous. It took me about 10 seconds. And right there, I made about enough gold to buy a WoW token. So not only is it extremely efficient and very good for making gold, but it's just so fun. Just risking the gold, the excitement, the tension, and then actually seeing it sell and using your brain and actually feeling good about it. It really has been a bit of a revelation for me. I've always done flipping, but I've never done it with the very high-end items that a lot of people do it with. And for me, this is something which I find really fun. And nowadays, that's pretty much the main thing I do, because number one, it's really fun, number two, it's really profitable. But even if it wasn't that profitable, I'd still make it the main thing I do, because it's just really fun. And it is a game at the end of the day, guys. It is about having fun. And I really just do encourage you guys to think about what you're doing in gold making, whether you're actually enjoying it or not, and whether it's really worth it. Is it worth your time just to go and work for a bit more, or just to not buy some fast food or whatever that you're going to spend your money on, and just use that to buy gold? Is that more worth it for you? Are you actually thinking about how much time you spend? If you do a lot of farming, do a lot of crafting or whatever, you do need to think how much time you're actually spending, because if you're only making 20 or 30k an hour, then like I say, you might as well be begging on the streets in real life, because it would probably be more profitable for you. And you really should be thinking about those things before you realise that actually gold making is about having fun. And if you're not having fun, then what is the point in doing it? And if you're not having fun, what can you change in your gold making to make it fun? Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed, hope you found this useful. Please do think about it. I hate reading comments seeing people stressing out or not enjoying their gold making, because it just makes little sense to me. And anyway guys, until next time, see ya.